Hello everyone, I'm Kamal Motwani and welcome back to my YouTube channel Kamal Motwani's. Today I'll solve another IELTS writing task 1. In earlier videos, we solved other IELTS writing tasks. There are in total 7 types of IELTS writing tasks 1. They are pie charts, line graph, maps, bar chart, process diagram, table chart, and multiple graphs. I have solved in earlier videos the pie charts, the line graphs, the bar chart. Today I'll solve table chart for you. So the IELTS writing task 1 that I'm going to solve today in this video is pertaining to table charts. So let's start. Before starting the task, I request you all, those who among you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and also ask others to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do share this video with those who are preparing for IELTS. So let's start. The table below shows the GDP, population and life expectancy for 5 countries. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So this is the table chart that we have to solve today. So what we do is earlier discussed in earlier videos. First of all, whether we are given the bar chart, the line graph, or the pie chart, or any other type of IELTS writing task one, we first of all interpret the tables. We first of all interpret the graphs. So here we will interpret this table and then we will narrate it in the format of the IELTS writing task one. So let me give you the recap of the format of IELTS writing task 1. So here is the format of IELTS writing task 1. IELTS writing task 1 structure. So first of all we write introduction, then we write overview, or it is called the overall view. Then there is explanation 1, explanation 2, explanation 3. This is pertaining to the number of paragraphs that we want to inculcate in our IELTS writing task. So these vary: explanation 1, explanation 2, explanation 3, or explanation 4. These vary. It depends on us how many types of paragraphs we want to write in our IELTS writing task. So first of all we write introduction, then overview, then the paragraphs pertaining to the explanations. So here is the table. So let's first interpret this table and then we will write this information in the structure that I have just discussed. So the table depicts the here are the columns of country, the GDP in trillions US dollars, then population in billions, then life expectancy in years. Here are 5 countries. What are they? They are US, China, Japan, Germany, India. There are the GDP and populations and life expectancy in years for each of the country. So if we analyze this table, we come to know that the country with highest GDP in trillion US dollars is USA. USA has the highest GDP. This is 21.43 US trillion dollars. And then the country with lowest GDP is India. It has the GDP of 2.87. Then the country with largest population is India. Yes, India has the largest population, which is 1.36, and the country with lowest population in billions is Japan. No, even Germany. Yes, Germany. Germany is the country with lowest population, which is 0.08 billions. Okay, the country with highest life expectancy in years is Japan with 84 years, and the country with lowest life expectancy in years is India, which is 69 years. So this is how we interpret it. Now we will write this information in the and we will write this tabular information in the paragraph format. So first of all we have to write the introduction. Now I have already discussed in other earlier videos, what is the easiest way to write the introduction? We just have to paraphrase this statement. We have to use the synonyms for this statement, and that's how the introduction is written. This is the easiest way to write the introduction. Okay, let's reread it. The table below shows the GDP, population, and life expectancy for 5 years. Now I will replace this word shows with the illustrate, and then I will use different terms like demographic and economic, because of this the variables that are used in this table, like GDP is pertaining to economic, and the population is pertaining to the demographics. So I will use such terms. Rather, demographics is pertaining to the countries, not population, because demographic is like the areas like USA, China, Japan, Germany, India. GDP is pertaining to economic. So I will use such terms to elaborate my introduction. Let's see how I have written my introduction. Writing in the green ink is the introduction. Let's read it. The table illustrates diverse economic and demographic profiles across 5 countries. I am repeating. The table illustrates diverse economic and demographic profiles across 5 countries, including the USA, China, Japan, Germany, and India, with varying GDPs, population sizes, and life expectancies. This is the most authentic and accurate introduction, and this is the most authentic and accurate way of writing a comprehensive introduction in a writing task 1, where uh, I have knit the variables like GDP, population, and life expectancy, and the names of the countries and their profile in uh, in in so much beautiful manner that they depict a comprehensive view. You can reread it, and you can see how beautifully it is written. Okay, now the second part of the writing IELTS writing task 1 is to write the overview or overall view. If we go through this table again, as I'm repeating, we write it down. We write in the overview the overall view of the table, like what is the which country has the highest GDP and which is the lowest, which is the highest population and which is the lowest, and same go for the life expectancy. Means we narrate major variations which affect this table, or which highlight this table in the overall view or overview. Let's read the overview which I have written. The writing in the blue ink is the overview of this writing task. Let's read it. Overall, now this connector is very much necessary because it hints the examiner that the candidate has written overview onwards. So overall, this connector is very much necessary. Overall, the USA leads in terms of GDP, reflecting its position as the world's largest economy, while China has the largest population. So let's review it. US has the largest GDP, and China has the largest population. Okay. Japan stands out with the highest life expectancy, indicating superior health care and living standards. Now, this information I have added myself because when the country has highest life expectancy, it indicates that healthcare system there is pretty much fine, or we can say the best, and the living standards there are pretty good. So see, Japan has the highest life expectancy in years. Okay, let's move ahead. Conversely means on the other hand or in contradiction. India, despite having a large population, see, India has the large population. India has the large population because Why we have used this term large population? Because after China, India is the second country which has the highest population, which means we can say that India is the second largest country with the population, or India has the second largest population in the world. See, 1.4 and 1.36, so it is the country with second largest population in the world. Okay, let's read it. India, despite having a large population, shows the lowest GDP and life expectancy. See, India, despite having large population, it shows the the lowest GDP and the lowest life expectancy. So, see, this is the major variation in this table which we have narrated. This is the major variation. Despite India has the second largest population, it has the lowest GDP and it has the lowest life expectancy years. So this is the major variation which we have to highlight. This is how the major variations in the overview are written. Do note that. Okay, highlighting development challenges. This statement I have added myself because when the it faces the lowest GDP and lowest life expectancy years, it means there are development challenges. This is how the overview or overall view is written, by highlighting the major variations in the table. Let's move ahead. Now, what we have to do is, after writing introduction and overview, we have to explain the variables of the table. Now it depends on us that whether we define the variables of the vertical row or the horizontal row. Let me explain it to you through the table. Here is the table. Now it totally depends on a candidate that while explaining the paragraphs in the body of the IELTS writing task 1, whether a candidate can explain this dedicate a separate paragraph on GDP with respect to USA, China, Japan, Germany, India, like this, and he can write the second paragraph on the population, and he can explain the population with respect to these countries, and the third paragraph on life expectancy with respect to these countries. So if you dedicate a separate paragraph on each of these horizontal elements, then you have to write a separate paragraph on GDP, on population, and life expectancy with respect to these countries. Whereas there is a second thing that you can follow as well. Now it totally depends on you when you are in the exam hall and writing the IELTS writing task 2, sorry, IELTS writing task 1 pertaining to the table chart. Or you can do what you can do, you can explain these vertical elements with respect to these horizontal elements. Or what you can do is you can explain each country with respect to these factors. You can write a paragraph on USA with respect to these countries, with China with these elements, sorry, USA with these elements, China with these elements, Japan with these elements, Germany with these elements, and so for the India. I am repeating, it depends on you whether you explain these elements with with these countries, or you explain these countries with these factors. Now it totally depends on you. If you will dedicate a separate paragraph on these elements, it will you will have to write three paragraphs. And if you write a paragraph on each country, then you have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 paragraphs. Now let's see what I have done. I have written the country's information with respect to these elements. So what I have done, I have explained each country with respect to these elements, but I have not dedicated a single paragraph for each of these elements, because then there will be too many paragraphs. So what I have done, I have narrated all these countries in 2 paragraphs with respect to this information. What I have done in the third paragraph, that I'll discuss later on. Let's see what I have written in the body. So after overview, we will write explanation 1, the third paragraph regarding explanation 1. In explanation 1, I have explained these two countries, USA and China, with respect to GDP, population, and life expectancy. Let's read it out. Here is the information in the paragraph format. Okay, so this is the third paragraph regarding explanation 1. Okay, the USA has the highest GDP at 21.4 trillion US dollars with a relatively smaller population of 0.33 billion and a life expectancy of 79 years. This is how I have explained USA with these all these elements. Let's move ahead. Then I have explained China. China follows with a GDP of 14.34 trillion US dollars, the largest population at 1.40 billion and a life expectancy of 76 years. Then I have explained China with all these factors. Do notice that the way I have used vocabulary, this impresses examiner and he gives you a lenient band, rather 8 plus bands. See, the words I have used like has the highest GDP at, then I have used follows with, like that. Then we'll write the fourth paragraph regarding explanation 2, where I will explain Japan, Germany, and India in this fourth paragraph. The fourth paragraph is pertaining to explanation 2. Let's read it how I have written this. Here is the fourth paragraph pertaining to explanation 2, where I have explained Japan, Germany, and India. Japan, despite having a smaller population of 0.13 billion, has a GDP of 5.08 trillion US dollars and the highest life expectancy of 84 years. Here is Japan. I have written the information of Japan pertaining to these elements. Then Germany's GDP stands at, now also use the vocabulary I have used, stands at, see, 3.86 trillion US dollars with a population of 0.08 billion and a life expectancy of 81 years. This is how I have written the information of Germany with respect to these elements. Then there is India. India, with a GDP of 2.87 trillion US dollars, has the second largest population at 1.36 billion, but the lowest life expectancy of 69 years. This is how I have written the information of India pertaining to these elements with very beautiful vocabulary. Now, the most and the very critical part of this IELTS writing task is that what I have written in this explanation 3. So, what I have done in this task, I, after using two paragraphs on these two countries and the on the first paragraph on these two countries and the second paragraph on these three countries in explanations, right? Explanation 1 and explanation 2. The third paragraph I have dedicated to the critical analysis. Now, why I have used the separate paragraph on this on the critical analysis in this task, which I have not used before, because many of my friends who use this method of mine have aced 8 plus bands in their IELTS writing task. So I do suggest you people that whenever you solve this type of IELTS writing task, do use this format. This will benefit you a lot in scoring in the highest bands. So I have written a separate paragraph, which is the fifth paragraph, which is the fifth paragraph on explanation 3, which is about the critical analysis of this task. Now I will show you how I have written the critical analysis, why I have used this, because the examiner in the question asks you summarize an information by selecting and reporting the main features, which we have done in the body paragraphs in explanation 1 and explanation 2. Then it says make comparisons where relevant. Even these comparisons we have done in the paragraphs, but these the factor of critical analysis hints the examiner that the candidate is well versed with the critical and skills, the analytical skills. So let's see how I have written a separate paragraph on the critical analysis of this table. I assure you, this will give you the highest bands. So I request you all to follow this technique to achieve highest bands. So let's see this paragraph in the greening. This paragraph is the last paragraph of this IELTS writing task 1 and is dedicated to the critical analysis of this table. I am repeating, do write it in your IELTS writing task. Such type of analysis, this is a must, and it will give you a very much lenient band. Okay, let's read it. Comparing these countries, it is evident that higher GDP does not always correlate with larger population or higher life expectancy. It narrates that when we are comparing these countries, we can witness that it is not necessary that when the GDP is high, the population is high and life expectancy is high, and vice versa. It is not necessary that if GDP is low, then other these two factors are also low. Means the variation of these elements is not directly proportional. So that's what I have written in this paragraph, and I have also explained the examples in order to prove the statement that I have written from this table. So let's read ahead. For instance, Japan has a much smaller population but a significantly higher life expectancy compared to other countries. Let's see how is it true, how much it is true from the table. Japan has significantly, what is this, lower population. You see, Japan has significantly lower population, but it has highest life expectancy rate. See, with 84 years, but its GDP is moderate. So this is how they are not directly proportional. GDP is moderate, population is significantly low, and the life expectancy is of highest years. Then I have also written another example to prove my point, which is of India. So here is the example. Similarly, India with a large population has a relatively lower GDP and life expectancy. See, India has significantly large population because after China, it is the India which is the largest population, and it has significantly the lower GDP and the lowest expectancy rate, which means these all three factors are not directly proportional, and GDP, the highest GDP does not mean that the population would be high and the life expectancy would be high, and the vice versa. So this is how we interpret the tables and critically analyze the table. This paragraph is very much necessary because it shows your analytical and critical skills to analyze the table. I have already discussed in many videos that we do not write conclusion in IELTS writing task 1 because we already write overview. So there is no need to write conclusion in IELTS writing task 1. I request you all, those who have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the next video, I'll solve another IELTS writing task for you among these, because pie charts we have done, line graphs we have done, bar chart we have done, table charts we have done. It would be either maps or process diagram. So I'll see you in another video. Thank you for watching this video.